This is Ben Glenn, building success brick by brick, coming to you with another helpful tip. Tip number 30. How we experience life is actually a choice. So choose wisely. When I was a sophomore in high school, I reached my maximum height. 6 feet, 4 inches. You know, when you think 6'4", you think, well, that's pretty big. But believe it or not, I'm the runt of my family. I'm the little one. I've got 2 brothers. I've got a younger brother and I've got an older brother, and they're both much larger than me. 1'6'8", 1'6'7". People ask us all the time, how in the world did you guys get so big? I tell people it's because of my Nordic roots. My ancestors were Vikings and Sasquatch. One evening after a high school basketball game, my dad was driving my 2 Sasquatch-sized brothers and I home, and we pulled into a gas station. And that's where things got really interesting. Just moments before my dad gets out of the car to fill the tank up with gasoline, some guy pulls into the gas station and bashes right into the back of our car. We're just sitting there in a whiplash. What's going on? Whoever would have thought that you could be sitting at a gas station, parked, and still get in a car wreck? My dad wasn't thrilled that we just got rear-ended by some stranger. In fact, he was angry and frustrated. I've seen my dad angry. And sadly to say, I've done a lot of things to make my dad angry. There was that one time when I was 3 years old and I had a psychotic episode with some scissors. And the dog will never be the same again. I'm pretty sure that hair's not going to grow back. But he calmly got out of that car because he realized, hey, we just got hit and there's nothing that we can do about that. Let's just calmly handle this situation and make the best of this moment. Now, the guy who just rearranged our bumper, he got out of his car looking for a totally different type of an experience. My dad, he is calmly trying to have a conversation with this man, trying to figure out what happened. It just wasn't happening. I mean, this guy got loud, his face got red, his fists were clenched, and I'm guessing that maybe he thought if I get loud enough, if I yell, then maybe it'll erase the fact that this whole thing is my fault. I mean, who pulls into a gas station and hits a parked car? I mean, there's cars everywhere. We were at the pub. I mean, it's right there. Do you have a depth perception issue? In my mind, I feel like we're real far away, but I can't tell. I have a depth perception issue. Things got really interesting when this guy decided to start poking my dad in the chest. And just moments before it looked like this guy was getting ready to clench a fist and clock my dad right in the jaw, something happened. Just like out of a movie, simultaneously, my 2 brothers and I, keep in mind, we're Sasquatch-sized men. The 3 of us step out of the car, stand up, and now this man is no longer poking my dad in the chest because we have captured his attention. After taking one look at the product of my Nordic roots, this man decided to change the type of experience he was going to have. This man changed his approach. Rather than screaming and yelling and poking my father into the chest, he became apologetic. He admitted his fault. And this experience actually ended up pretty well for my dad, who walked away with $200 in his pocket. I'm guessing it was a payoff. When you desire to build success in your life brick by brick, you recognize part of being successful is making sure that you build things like patience into your life, wisdom, self-control. Adding those foundational bricks to your successful life will prepare you. You're going to be able to rely upon all of those wonderful things that you've been building in your life. So the next time your life feels like it's been turned upside down, or you just happen to pull into a gas station and hit a parked car, you'll know how you experience this moment. Ultimately, it's going to be your choice. You know, because keep in mind, the car that you just bumped into, it just might be full of Sasquatch. And you don't want to tangle with the Sasquatch. Hey, this is Ben Glenn, and as always, love, peace, and hair grease, reminding you to do one thing. Keep on building. God bless.